What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. You already know who it is. Today we are going to be doing something that I haven't done in a long time. We're going back to the good old OG days where we're doing a mukbang. For today's mukbang, we got Wingstop. I'm so excited to have this. I have not had Wingstop in so long. I literally got set up at another spot to film this video, and I didn't have my fucking SD card in the camera, so I had to run home, grab it, and now I'm set up. I asked y'all on Instagram if y'all would like for me to do a sort of Q&A, but more of like giving out advice. I'm just gonna put a disclaimer though. Let me remind y'all that I'm about to be 24. I'm only 23. I have still a lot of life left to experience. Everything that I say in this video is gonna be from my personal opinion or maybe personal experience or just my personal outlook on things, okay? This is not facts. This is not true. This is not anything. So take whatever I say with a grain of salt. Do not get offended. Just keep your think pieces to yourself, okay? But anyways, let's just get started. So I'm actually very hungry, so let's get this bag open. I got some fries. I'm not gonna lie, I was not a fan of Wingstop before, and then for some reason I tried a different location when I moved. I tried it again last year and I was like, wait, this kind of slaps. So ever since then it was like just a whole like obsession. And I know y'all are about to judge the hell out of me and be like, those aren't wings because I got boneless, but just leave me alone. Like I said, keep your think pieces to yourself. I like boneless, and if you want to call them chicken nuggets or whatever you want to call them, I don't care. These bitches are great. And I got original hot. But yeah, I'm like in a rush before the sun goes down because personally, I'm just so tired of like the house setting. So that's why I decided to do my car. We got the ranch, of course. And I'm not a big fan of ranch, but Wingstop's ranch is so good. All right, let's get into this food. Bro, every time it's going to hit. I don't know what they be putting in this ranch, but let's get into these questions. Okay, let's start off with a good one. What's your advice for leaving toxic friends? And I feel like I've had my fair share of friendship fallouts, and rekindling of friendships. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just so hungry. I want to start out by saying I feel like you should never feel bad about leaving a toxic friendship, because if you really look at it, what are they bringing to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're toxic, then I'm going to take it as like they're bringing you just a bunch of negativity. They probably don't want to see you win. They probably always have something to say, and they're just not someone who's going to elevate you in your life. They're just going to bring you down. People like that are just not even worth keeping in your life. Genuinely, are you doing more bad than good? Because if they are, then yes, you have every right to cut off that friendship and not be friends with them. I am just somebody that's like, I definitely give people chances because I have a big heart and I like to give people the benefit of the doubt a lot, which is kind of a good thing and not. But I will say, if you've given people chance after chance and they still have not changed or shown any change, they keep doing the same patterns, then don't feel bad. Like, never feel bad for leaving anything toxic in your life. If you want to give them a reason as to why you're done with the friendship, then by all means, speak your piece. I'm a firm believer in, if you have some shit to say, get that shit off your chest, because if you don't, then it might keep bothering you, and it's just better to just get it off your chest, get it over with. Even if y'all don't see eye to eye, they don't understand where you're coming from, at least you said your piece and that's it. You know your truth, and that's really truly what matters. As long as you know who you are as a person and what you brought to this friendship, even if they didn't bring anything to you, and you tell them, hey, I don't like that you do this, and I'm not telling you that you have to change it, because at this point I'm just over it and I feel like you're just holding me back and nothing's changing here, so that's it, you know? Because I know some people will definitely try to guilt trip you, gaslight you to being like, oh, you think I'm the problem? And if you want to hear them out on things that they might have to say about you, you can, because even if you believe it or not, some of those things can honestly maybe help you change for the better. If you want to speak your piece and you're okay with them speaking their piece, then allow them, because some of the stuff they tell you, you might not like, and it might be true, it might not be. It's up to you with how you want to deal with it, you know? At the end of the day, you have to choose yourself. You always have to put yourself first, because truly everything is within the self. So if you have your shit together and you know who you are and what you stand for and what you want in life, the people surrounding you will start to reflect that, and that's who you will start to surround yourself with. I hope that answers your question. Sometimes I can start on a limb and then go off of it, and I'm like, what am I even talking about at this point? Going based off the last couple of things that I said about the self, this person says, how to overcome deep insecurity. I feel as though from what I've been reading lately and learning about is that a lot of things, I saw this quote in this message that I really, really resonated with and felt like was just very telling. And it says, wait, hold on, let me find it. I took a picture of it. I want to make sure I quote this right so I don't sound stupid or contradicting. It says, the things you want from other people are actually the things you want to give yourself. And when I saw that, I was like, that's very true. Like, for instance, if you are constantly wanting love from other people, more than likely you are seeking that because you don't have enough within yourself. So it's like you're kind of looking out for somebody else to give that to you, when truly you need to be able to give that wholeheartedly to yourself. Nobody got you like you got yourself. And I had to really sit back and like think about like, okay, what do I seek from a lot of people? What am I not giving myself enough of, right? I'm getting off track here. My point is, I think that's a really great way to look at when it comes to insecurities, because I feel as though a lot of what has to do with an insecurity is just something that you're telling yourself, right? Because people will sit here, and I've done this before, and I probably still do it, and I don't even really realize. You can say something to somebody, and then like 10 minutes later, you'll be like, why did I say that? They probably think I'm so weird, or they probably think I'm so stupid. When truly, it's just you thinking that. You're putting that own thought into your head. Those people, I promise you, are not thinking that. You are thinking that. I feel like a lot of people are just conditioned to be so hard on themselves when we don't really need to be, you know? I think when it comes to overcoming insecurities, I feel like you have to dig really deep and find the root of what your insecurities are and just start learning how to love yourself, give yourself grace. Take time to truly focus on those things. I'm a firm believer in you need to truly love yourself enough and be so content with yourself enough that you don't have to rely on anybody else to be happy. It's all within you. I'm not a therapist, so I'm gonna try my best to answer this question, but I would definitely say find the root of these insecurities, what's causing you to have these insecurities. Honestly, just start reminding yourself what you are worth, what you are deserving of, and a lot of these insecurities don't define you as a person. It's not who you truly are. I want to say to you, I'm sure you are a beautiful person inside and out. You are probably an amazing person. Don't let these insecurities define who you are. When it comes to insecurities, growing up, I never was insecure about the whole eyebrow situation I have. If you know, you know, if you've been a follower for a while. Until social media made it a thing, talking about my eyebrows and all these things or whatever. I definitely did develop an insecurity on that, something that I never had in my entire life, because nobody in my personal life or my family had ever said anything about my eyebrows. Everyone just saw me as who I was. So that definitely developed an insecurity, and I was kind of like very insecure about it for years and years, and I did not let anybody see me without eyebrows and all these things. And then eventually I was kind of like, well, why does it really matter what other people think about how I look? If you think my eyebrows are light, that's great. I don't care. Like, I'm still a lovable person. I'm still a deserving person. I'm still a beautiful person. These people are more than likely just projecting, and I just kept reminding myself of that. Obviously it took some time and some work. Let's see the next question. Being attached to someone who's not good for you. Fuck, hold on, let me think about this before I answer, because I want to answer in a good way. Well, one, I would say for sure, you should never be with somebody who is not giving you everything that you deserve and that you want. You should definitely be with somebody who is giving you everything that you want in a partner. The first step is that you're aware this person's not good for you, which is a great step. Now, I would say the next steps is letting go of these attachments and releasing these attachments, because being attached to somebody is never good. Oh, fuck, this is a hard question to answer. Hold on. I'm trying to say this in a nice way and like not in a rude way, you know, because like if this was my best friend, I would be like, bitch, stand up, you know. But genuinely, I know for some people it's not easy to let go of people, especially when there's an attachment involved. I will say, I think there are steps that need to be taken. If you know what you deserve and you know what you truly want from a person or a partner, I don't know if this is romantically, then you should never stay in a situation like that. I feel as though a good way to get over an attachment to somebody is to completely, you know, get out of that situation. Honestly, genuinely, this sounds so cliche. Focus on yourself. But like, I'm not gonna lie, this question's a little hard to answer. And I mean this in a nice way, because I've never been attached to someone who's not good for me. I definitely think one of the first and main steps is to get yourself out of that situation and start to pull away and take your energy back, because your energy is what's important. Remind yourself of your worth and what you want and what you deserve, because if this person's not giving it to you, there's no reason for you to stay or be attached. aside from that, that's the best advice I can give, because that's definitely something that's a little harder to talk about. I'd be forgetting about my food, y'all. I'm talking so much. Next person says, oh, I like this question. Advice on navigating your early 20s. I just turned 20 in August and it hasn't been the easiest. Well, first off, happy birthday. Happy late birthday. For starters, personally, I feel like the biggest lesson I've learned in my early 20s has been not everybody is going to give you the same energy or effort back that you give. Like, stop expecting people to do the same things that you do for them. Not everybody's going to do that. And that is the biggest lesson I've had to learn in my 20s, because I am a big giver. I'm a hard lover, and I tend to do a lot more for other people than for myself and give more than I get. Even in the beginning, my mom was like, you need to realize that not everybody loves the same way that you do. Not everybody views friendships the same way. Not everybody is going to put in the same effort that you do. And unfortunately, like, that sucks, but that's just life, you know, because not everybody was raised the same or has the same views or shares the same values as you do. Coming from high school, where, like, you know, nothing really matters besides getting good grades and like having fun with your friends, and then you come into adulthood where like money starts to get involved in finances and busy schedules and school and just a lot of other things. So I feel like that transition is very like, whoa. And then I would say, honestly, like, again, I'm not that old. I'm only 4 years into my early 20s. I don't even know what counts as early. I would say to live life, try to have as many experiences as you possibly can and take as many opportunities that you're offered. Like, if there's opportunities you ever get, do them, because you will not be in your early 20s again. You only get this once. So since we're young, there's a lot of room for trial and error. There's a lot of room for, you know, trying things and seeing what you like and what you don't like. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't peer pressure yourself, because I feel like a lot of days now, especially with social media, people feel like at the age of 21, 22, like you need to have your life figured out and have all this money, and like that's just not realistic. You have so much time to figure out what you want to do truly with the rest of your life. You have a lot of time before you settle down and like whatever, start your life of getting married and having kids or whatever. Look at this time to have a lot of experiences, take any opportunities that you can. I feel like your early 20s are a journey of growth, a journey of figuring out who you are. I'm literally only about to be 24, so I still have a lot to experience. Okay, somebody says, is 18 to 22 young to be committed into a relationship? Should I explore my horizons first? And I will start with, if you feel like you want to explore your horizons first, then you should do that. If you want to be with somebody and you want to love this person and you plan to be with them and marry them, then be with them. If you don't feel like you should settle down with the first person you meet, then you don't have to. It's all up to you. So if you are already having thoughts of maybe I'm too young or maybe I should give myself time, then maybe that's the answer you're looking for. You know, if you're already having those thoughts, I feel like maybe you just need to really sit and think like, okay, do I want to already settle down and lock this in for, you know, however many years or for the rest of my life? Yes. Actually, no, I don't. I might want to at least go out and experience, have fun. Nobody's going to really make those decisions for you. You have to make those decisions for yourself. Someone says, things you didn't know before living by yourself that you wish you did. I like this question. So I'm gonna say, I didn't know how lonely it truly got. It definitely does get lonely, especially if you live somewhere further away from family and you don't have access to family as often. You look at it as a bad thing or a good thing. And at first I would say I looked at it as kind of sort of a bad thing, but eventually, like, once you get used to it and like you figure out how to navigate it, it'll start to be a good thing, a better thing for you, because then you literally have like no choice but to be so at peace with yourself and so content with yourself and not have to lean on anybody else for just anything in general. Living by yourself honestly is like a big journey to like yourself. You truly get to sit there with your thoughts and just think about like, okay, who do I want to be as a person? What do I want to do in life? Don't look at it as a bad thing. It'll be scary at first, but after that, you will love it. I feel like that's the main thing, really. And everything else is not really anything that I didn't know, like when it comes to finances and bills. Okay, I think this will be the last one. Kind of resonates with the one I just read, but it's tips on moving in alone or with a partner. So moving in alone, I will say when it comes comes to like actual finance things, always have enough money for your deposit, your first month's rent, money put aside for furniture. And not saying that you need to have everything set up and figured out when you do move in, because again, things don't get built in a day. You can, decorate and do all these things over time, but definitely set aside money just for the important things, and just, truly decorate your home like you want to. Like, don't, like skip out or be like, oh, just decorate it how you... Okay, it's time to put this shit away. Decorate it how you want, because you want your space to reflect you and resonate with yourself so that you feel comfortable there and at home, Obviously, you want to take safety precautions as well, like getting anything makes you feel safer, cameras, door locks, door jams, things like that. Now, when it comes to a partner, so I'm gonna say for sure, living with anybody in general, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a partner, this is where you will truly see what kind of person this person is, because anybody gets comfortable in the home. I'm just gonna say, sometimes even the longest, closest friends you have, you move in with them, it could be good, it could be bad. Make sure whoever you move in with, you are on the same page when it comes to finances, rules around the house, even like cleaning, everything that has to do with a home. Make sure you and this person that you're moving in with are on the same page, because if you are not, then you both are going to start getting upset at each other, getting upset of the way this person does this thing or this person handles this thing, and you're gonna just start bumping heads. So just make sure you are on the same page with everything and that this is what you both want. If it comes to a partner, I feel like this is just general advice with a relationship, but when it comes to anything home related to, remind yourself that it's you and this person against the problem, not you against this person. And I also will say, living with a partner too, it's very important that you guys have your own like personalized spaces, whether it's a little reading corner chair or a separate room, because a lot of people do that too. Just make sure that you guys are still able to give yourself space when needed. With anybody in general, sometimes you might be taking up each other's space too much, and that starts a little bit of conflict, a little bit of tension. So just always make sure you guys have safe space to go to when you need that time alone. But I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me yap and give out advice. I hope my advice is valid. I'm not a therapist. I'm not some fucking philosopher or anything. Like, this is all just my personal perspective. I hope I made sense. I hope you guys understood what I was saying. Reminder, once again, I'm only 24 years old. I still have a lot to learn. Just give me some grace, okay? I'm just giving this advice to my fellow 20-something-year-olds and people younger than me. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to follow my social media all in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, I hope you did. I'll see you guys next time on my channel. Bye.